underneath it, like spanks or something. So it's all good. I feel like, oh,
you're recorded.
Future national areas. Well, my name is Holly Neff. I am so glad you're here this morning. Thank you for taking the time, the emotional investment, the financial investment, the energy to be here, because I always say this, where leaders gather, that's where I want to be. And iron sharpens iron. And so I have some of the best Mary Kay girlfriends here, and they're making me better so that we can make you better, and you can bless other people and make them better. Isn't that so cool about Mary Kay? I don't know anybody else that does that. Like, that's amazing. Like, I have an idea, you have an idea, they have an idea. Now we have 4 times the ideas, and 4 times the power, and 4 times the energy. So thank you for being here. So, who wants a plan? Like, I know I'm going to get it done. Okay, these woos are killing me. Jump to your feet if you want a plan! Okay, I need energy. I mean, that is just my favorite word. I just need energy. These, woo, woo, woo. Okay. It's a bunch of like sad owls, like, woo, woo. Anyway. So I'm all about the plan because Sasha laid it out so perfectly, the career path, how you get there, right? The steps that it takes, and now everybody just needs a plan. And some of you have heard this plan, and some of you have not. I happen to adore this plan because you are the boss of yourself and Mary Kay. Would you not agree? You're the boss of you. So you control and dictate everything. And that's what I love about Mary Kay is that there's many, many, many things. But at the end of the day, one of the things I love the most is the very first word in your title. What is that very first word? Independent. Independent, right? And isn't that empowering? That is so empowering to me that I am the boss of me, and that it is up to me. If it is to be, it's up to me, and that the first word is independent. They're independent beauty consultants. We are independent senior sales reps. We are independent national sales, right? We are independent. So it's up to you, which is so great. And we say this all the time. My future Erin and I, we talk about this all the time. We can give you every single tool, but we can't give you the desire. Right? The desire and the passion, the energy and the emotion, that's up to you. And so what we're going to give you is a tool today, and I hope you run with it. I hope you run with it. But I want you to think about it like this. If you were a doctor or a lawyer, and Yvette Adamo and I love this analogy, and your wife called or your son called or someone called, and if they're in the middle of surgery or in the middle of a trial, and they got a text or a box or an email, can they say, hold on, kidneys that I'm operating on, I'll be right back, I gotta go take this phone call? No, right? Your wife texts you or your husband texts you and you're an attorney and they want to know what you would like for dinner. Are you gonna say, excuse me, Your Honor, I gotta go tell my wife I want chicken cacciatore, right? Is that gonna happen? No. And so when you treat your business like a business, it's gonna pay you like a business. When you treat your business like a hobby, it's gonna pay you like a hobby, okay? So, I want you to think about this. How effective and productive would you be if you had uninterrupted work time? Like truly uninterrupted. Like no one can get to you uninterrupted. Okay, I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so that can be very difficult. But I can remember, I've done Mary Kay single, I've done Mary Kay married, I've done Mary Kay with children, without children. And the one thing, looking back on the beautiful 8 years that I've had, is I am just a very committed, dedicated person. And I'm a woman of my word, and I know y'all are too because y'all are here today. And so I want you to think about this. Sometimes we have to find creative ways to get that uninterrupted work time. Would you not agree? Sometimes I have to sit in my driveway, in my Cadillac, and do sharing calls. Sometimes I have to do new consultant calls in my driveway, right? Because it's the only place that no one will bother me, right? So I want y'all to think about where you could be and what times you could have that uninterrupted time where no one can get to you, okay? As if, you are a doctor or a surgeon or a lawyer. And one of the things that Mary Kay Ash said was that, you are basically the president and CEO of your own Mary Kay company, right? Which is why, I don't know if you know this, that is why Mary Kay back in the day gave away luxury vehicles. Because she said, when you are the CEO of your own company, you need to be driving around in a luxury vehicle just like most CEOs of companies drive around. But here's the thing, the effort needs to match what a CEO of another company is doing. So if you truly want to be the CEO of your company, do you think that the CEO of ExxonMobil works 10 hours a week? 20, 30, right? He works the hours to get the reward. And that's my wish for you, is that you figure out how many truly dedicated, uninterrupted hours are you willing to give this company. Now, I'm not saying it needs to be a 40-hour work week. That's not what I'm saying. I just think that hours need to be better spent, more consistent, and more intentional. Would y'all agree? Yeah. Intentional timing. And so I'm going to give you a plan today that you truly can choose the number of hours you want to do it. For easiness, for simplicity's sake, it's going to be called the 4-hour consultant plan. 4 hours a day for 5 days a week. Okay? You will see the packet, you will see the sheet in your folder. And if we ran out of folders, we will get more. But if you wouldn't mind sharing with my, if I would share over there, because I know Beth pull up a share. There you go. This is a 4-hour day. Now, some of you might not have 4 uninterrupted hours. If you have a full-time JOB, you might not have 4 hours, but I bet you have 2. And what I love about this plan is that you can do this 4-hour day or 2-hour day, which would be 4 30-minute time slots, or if you have 1 hour a day, you have 4 15-minute time slots. Okay, but for the sake of easiness, we're going to do a 4-hour day, a 4-hour plan. Okay? Now, remember this. My mom is one of the wisest ladies that I know. I adore her. And she worked for this very large company called GE for many, many, many years. And for 34, in fact. And so, and when she retired, she got a diamond chip watch. My star prizes are better than what she got after 34 years. Is that crazy? Her company car was a Chevy Impala, and she was grateful for it, but it wasn't so fancy. Okay? She did not get Cadillacs for running the country. She got a Chevy Impala. And so my mom always told me, you know, when you work for someone else, they will control 2 things. They will always control your time, and they will always control your paycheck. Forever. The only way you can control your time and your paycheck is if you're the boss of you. And that's why I love this plan, because I'm going to show you how you control your time and what your paycheck will be. Okay? But the first thing we have to do is we have to make a decision on how much time we're going to give to our business, right? And again, this is 4 hours a day, not 7 days a week, 5 days a week. Okay? Our company and our jobs and Mary Kay, the opportunity, it is very, very, very simple. It's not easy necessarily, but it's very, very simple. And I think we've started overcomplicating it. I think we're spending too much time on other things that are not making us money. Would y'all not agree? Like, we are going back to the basics. That's one of the things I love about Nikki and Sasha and Jenny is we are also focused on back to the basics of booking, coaching, selling, recruiting. Booking, coaching, selling, recruiting. Like, no more of all the other stuff. So we are going back to what Mary Kay, what she envisioned for the company. It's like, we're overcomplicating. It's very, very simple. And so if you take out your 4-hour day, I'm going to walk you through. The chart is on the front, but turn that sheet over on the back side. This is a great place for you to take notes because I'm going to walk you through the numbers. I'm a numbers person. And then it's up to you to decide how you're going to plan your day. Now, one of the things I love about this plan is you do not have to do these steps in the same order. Okay? You don't have to do them in the same order. So you do not have to do them the same way every day, which is fun because that gives you that flexibility to have fun with it. So